All right, so let's look at a little bit of core stability here, okay? So the core is defined basically as this area of your body that runs basically from the top of what we would think of our abs, the top of our rib cage, down to just below the glutes. So it's this whole area of real estate here. It is, as I refer to it, the center of our universe. It creates a global system by which the rest of our body can function dependent on our core strength. So if you're only going to get so strong through the upper body, shoulders, lats, upper back, and lower body, depending on how strong or engaged or activated or mobile your core is, okay? If your core is not strong and stable, then the rest of you is only going to be able to get so strong, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start with some very simple kind of core stability exercises, and we're going to work our way up for the next few weeks, okay? So if these seem easy, great. Still necessary, okay? So, what we're going to do is we're going to start on all fours in the dog position like so. And a couple of things to be mindful of is we never want to see the arms out or the hands placed out front of the shoulders like so. And we never want to see them out wide like so, okay? So if you can't see me, we don't want to see them in this position, and we never want to see them in this position, okay? What we're looking for is a nice placement directly underneath the shoulder, and what this does is it creates what we call torsion, okay? It helps set the joint in the shoulder and takes up all the tension rather than asking our shoulders to do the work that they're not meant to do, okay? The shoulders are a bunch of little tiny muscles that aren't really meant to excuse the pun, shoulder that kind of load, but aren't really meant to take that kind of torque over prolonged distances of time, okay? So, we also want the knees to be in a nice kind of 90-degree angle with the femur bone here and how it connects to the ground here. So I'm basically in a dog type position, okay? So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create as much space as possible between my left bird finger or index finger and my right big toe. And how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to zip my core up, my belly button into my spine, so to speak. But I'm going to hunker down in that core, create a nice flat plane through my back. In other words, somebody should be able to come up and put a cocktail or a cup of coffee on my back, and it would not spill throughout this skill or movement. So what we have here is I have a nice solid foundation. Now I'm going to create that space I was talking about simply by extending the left hand in the right leg, and I'm really going to reach in both directions, pointing my toe as far behind me as I can, and reaching that finger out in front of me as much as I can, keeping that core engaged, and you'll feel yourself get a little tippy. Good. Then engage that core. Go ahead and count to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back to position. Switch sides. All right? Doesn't feel like much, but this pays huge dividends because it gets things activated, creates core strength and stability, which is the center of our world, and in the long run will pay huge dividends for the work that we do through the upper, lower extremities and overall strengthening, okay? So you're going to see this either as part of a warm-up or a main set skill over the next few weeks to come until you've perfected this and it's no problem. One of the mistakes I see people make is the hips drop and we start to rotate. Don't let that happen. Pull things back into alignment, okay? Notice the head stays in a neutral position. I'm not in this position or anything else because I want my spine to be in good alignment here. I also don't want to lose track of the fact that I'm supposed to be reaching as far in front of me. I'm pointing that toe as far behind me as possible during this exercise, all right? Pretty straightforward, but a couple of things to watch out for. If you're doing it lazy and you're just kind of going like this, right? You're not doing yourself any favors, okay? Remember, these are all work. They look simple. They are rather simple and basic, some of these, but they are still work. And you'll know the difference if you're doing these correctly. You'll feel it. I don't care how fit you are, okay? And there we are with the Supermans.